Hi, everyone. That weak version of you, the one who doubts, delays, overthinks, and shrinks, has overstayed its welcome. It's the voice that says, I'm not ready, or what if I mess up? It's the side of you that's terrified of change, obsessed with being liked, and always looking for the easy way out. That version, it's not the real you. It's the scared, small shell of who you've been told to be, not who you're meant to become. And it's time to kill it. You don't grow by babysitting your insecurities. You grow by confronting them. Think about it. Every time you've pushed past something you were afraid of, didn't you come out stronger? Every time you said yes when your old self would have said no, didn't it shift something inside you? That weak version of you may feel safe, but it's not your ally. It's your cage. It's the quiet comfort that lulls you into a routine life, where you trade passion for predictability and power for passivity. Let's say you've always wanted to start a business, but you keep saying, I don't have enough experience. That's not truth. That's the weak you talking. Or maybe you've been dreaming about getting fit, but every Monday turns into next Monday. That's the weak version of you dragging its heels while your real potential sits locked up, waiting. You've got dreams that demand courage, and courage can't coexist with the version of you that keeps making excuses. This isn't about being perfect. This is about being honest. It's about waking up and saying, enough is enough. I'm done letting fear make my choices. The weak version of you isn't going to vanish on its own. You have to confront it. You have to choose growth over comfort, movement over stagnation, strength over softness. And sometimes that means standing in front of a mirror and declaring, this is not who I'm going to be anymore. You want change? Then let the weak part of you die. Mourn it if you need to, but don't keep dragging it around like a dead weight. You're not here to survive. You're here to evolve. Strength isn't about having all the answers. It's not about flexing in the mirror or pretending you're bulletproof. Real strength, it's showing up when every part of you wants to run. It's doing the hard thing when the easy way is begging you to quit. It's looking discomfort in the face and saying, let's go. The problem is we've been taught to chase comfort like it's some kind of reward. We build routines so safe, so padded. We forget what it means to push ourselves. But growth doesn't live in comfort. You don't build mental muscle by sitting on the couch of life waiting for motivation to knock. You build it by doing the uncomfortable things over and over until the discomfort becomes familiar. Think about anyone who's made something of themselves. An athlete, an artist, an entrepreneur. None of them stayed safe. None of them waited for the perfect moment. They stepped into the unknown again and again, even when their hands were shaking. That's grit. That's where real power lives. Not in what you do when it's easy, but in how you act when it's not. You might hate waking up early, but you do it because your goals demand it. You might feel awkward putting yourself out there, networking, asking, risking rejection, but you do it anyway because comfort won't get you noticed. You might not feel ready to change your life, but guess what? No one ever does. Readiness is a myth. Comfort sells to keep you stagnant. You've got to train your mind like a muscle. Every time you choose effort over ease, every time you step into a challenge instead of backing away, you're laying bricks. You're becoming the version of you who doesn't flinch under pressure, who faces fear, uncertainty, failure, and still moves forward. So the next time life gets uncomfortable, don't retreat. Lean in. Get curious. That pit in your stomach, that racing heart, that's not weakness. That's the sound of your limits stretching, and that's exactly what you need. Because comfort might feel good in the moment, but grit, Grit is what changes everything. Excuses are smooth talkers. They show up dressed as logic, sounding smart and reasonable. You're too tired, they whisper. You don't have time. You'll start tomorrow when it's a better day. But make no mistake, excuses aren't there to help you. They're there to stall you. They're the brick wall between the life you have and the life you want. And unless you tear them down, you'll stay exactly where you are. We all have them. Everyone has that inner voice that tries to negotiate with discomfort. It says, let's just skip today when it's workout time. It says, let's wait for the right moment when you know deep down the right moment is now. That voice isn't lazy, it's afraid. Excuses are just fear in disguise. And fear will always try to protect you from growth because growth feels like risk. The truth is, no one has time. No one feels ready. The people who succeed, they don't have fewer excuses. They just refuse to listen to them. They don't need to feel like it to do it. They do it anyway. Let's say you're trying to build something, a business, a skill, a better version of yourself. The excuse might be, I'm not qualified, or I don't have the resources. But what if instead of repeating that, you asked yourself, what can I do with what I do have? That's the mindset that builds momentum. It shifts you from passive to powerful. And here's the hard pill. The longer you feed your excuses, the stronger they get. They start controlling your patterns. Your mornings get slower. Your ambitions get quieter. You scroll when you should be building. You talk about it more than you work on it. Before long, you're not living. You're just explaining why you're not where you want to be. So burn the excuses. Every time one shows up, call it what it is, a delay tactic. Then move anyway. Do it tired. Do it scared. Do it unsure. Just do it. Because that action, however imperfect, is how you break the cycle. That's how you reclaim your time, your power, and your progress. You don't owe your excuses anything. Rebuilding yourself doesn't mean starting over with a clean slate. It means taking everything you've been through, the failures, the heartbreaks, the missed chances, and using it all as raw material. Your mess isn't your weakness. It's your foundation. You don't need a perfect past to build a powerful future. You just need to start where you are and decide you're done being stuck. Too many people wait for a sign, a breakthrough, a stroke of luck. But rebuilding doesn't come from waiting. It comes from working. Brick by brick, step by step, with intention. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to change something today. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier. Maybe it's finally facing that conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's deleting distractions and committing to your focus. Small shifts create massive momentum, but only if you stay consistent. Yes, rebuilding is hard. It's supposed to be. You're tearing down the old walls, the ones built from doubt, fear, and habits that don't serve you, and replacing them with strength, discipline, and clarity. You're reprogramming your own mind. And that kind of work, that's heavy lifting, but it's also powerful. You're not waiting for someone to rescue you. You're becoming the person who saves themselves. Think of yourself like a house under renovation. Sure, there might be cracks in the walls, maybe the roof leaks, maybe the wiring's a little outdated, but that doesn't mean you tear it down. It means you get to work, you reinforce the weak spots, you bring in new tools, you make it stronger, smarter, and better than before. And when you're done, it's still you, only now you're built to handle more, carry more, and shine brighter. Don't let the size of the rebuild scare you. Focus on the next move, not the next 10, just the next one. Action beats anxiety every time. You don't need to be ready. You need to be willing. Willing to get uncomfortable, willing to be patient, willing to do the work even when the results aren't instant. Because rebuilding isn't about rushing, it's about rising deliberately, relentlessly, with purpose. Showing up for yourself isn't about grand gestures. It's not fireworks and Instagram-worthy moments. It's the quiet, gritty choice to keep going, especially when no one's clapping, no one's watching, and nothing looks impressive from the outside. It's easy to be committed when motivation is high and everything feels exciting. But real progress, that happens on the boring days, the tired days, the days where you want to quit, but don't. Think about the people you admire, the disciplined ones, the focused ones, the ones who seem unstoppable. They're not superhuman, they're just consistent. They show up when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, and when their emotions are screaming for a break. Because they know success isn't built on how you feel, it's built on what you do over and over again. That's what showing up really means. It means doing the workout when the bed feels more inviting. It means writing the page when inspiration is nowhere in sight. It means sticking to your values and goals when distractions pull you in every direction. It means honoring your own word, not because someone's watching, but because you are. There will be no applause for most of your effort. No one will see the hours you put in after work. No one will cheer for the days you resist temptation, silence self-doubt, and keep pushing forward. But you'll feel it. You'll feel it in the confidence that starts to build. You'll feel it in the quiet pride of knowing you didn't fold when things got uncomfortable. That's the kind of strength that can't be faked. It's earned in the trenches of discipline. And the beautiful part, every time you show up, you prove something to yourself. You prove you're not controlled by mood, comfort, or fear. You build a track record of trust with the most important person in your life, you. That kind of trust changes how you walk, how you speak, how you lead your life. So keep showing up, even when it's hard, even when it's slow, even when nothing seems to be happening, because every step you take in the dark, in the silence, in the struggle, that's where the real transformation begins. That's where the future is built. You've been holding back, you've been dimming your lights, second-guessing your voice, softening your edges just to make others comfortable. But here's the truth. The world doesn't benefit from a watered-down version of you. Playing small doesn't inspire anyone. Hiding your potential doesn't protect you. It only delays your growth and keeps you stuck in a life that doesn't reflect who you really are. It's time to stop shrinking. Stop editing yourself to fit into boxes you've outgrown. The version of you that stays quiet when you want to speak up, that plays it safe instead of taking the leap, that seeks permission when you should be claiming space, that version has done its job. It kept you safe. But you're not here to stay safe. You're here to become powerful. And powerful doesn't mean loud or aggressive. It means unapologetically you. Clear, strong, grounded, focused. Start acting like your time matters, like your goals matter, like you matter. Because the moment you decide to stop asking for approval is the moment you start stepping into who you're meant to be. You don't need everyone to understand your journey. You don't need their support, their praise, or their permission. What you need is to trust yourself enough to move without it. Think about how many ideas you've buried, how many dreams you've delayed, all because you were worried about judgment, about failure, about being too much. But guess what? Being too much for the wrong people just means you haven't found the right room yet. Don't shrink to fit. Find the place where your full power is not just accepted, it's needed. Unleashing your power means speaking when it's uncomfortable. It means raising your standards even if people don't like it. It means walking away from anything or anyone that keeps you playing small. Yes, that might ruffle feathers. Yes, some people might fall away. But that's the cost of growth. You don't evolve by pleasing everyone. You evolve by becoming aligned with what you truly want and going after it like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Stop apologizing for wanting more, for being ambitious, for taking up space. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to build something, to lead, to rise, to disrupt, to impact. And that requires energy, direction, and a refusal to let fear control the narrative. Unapologetic doesn't mean careless. It means committed. It means knowing who you are and honoring that version of you with every choice you make. That might mean turning down what doesn't serve you, even if it's comfortable. That might mean choosing the harder path because it leads somewhere better. That might mean standing alone until others catch up to the fire you've lit inside yourself. And here's the beautiful part. The moment you stop playing it small, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage becomes contagious. Your voice echoes further than you think. You don't need 1 million followers to make an impact. You just need to be bold enough to show others what's possible when you refuse to settle. The most magnetic people in the world aren't the ones who have it all figured out. They're the ones who own who they are. Flaws, fire and all, they stand tall, speak truth, and move with purpose. You have that in you. You always have. It's just been buried under layers of doubt and delay. But now it's time. No more waiting. No more shrinking. No more silencing your strength to make others comfortable. You're not here to impress. You're here to impact. So step into your power, own your space, and show the world what happens when you finally stop holding back.